Hey, it's almost spring. I think it's time for a test drive. Welcome to Hack a Week. So, time for a little update on the CB750. I've ordered up some vacuum gauges off from eBay to make my own manometer to synchronize the carburetors, but this morning I spent a little time with them and got them synchronized mechanically just to my ear so that they all sound okay. They seem to be running pretty smoothly, and got it worked out to the point where it's about ready for a test drive. So what I did was just chuck the seat on here. Didn't even really attach the upholstery to the pan or the pan to the frame. It's just sitting on there. Got some fuel in the tank. It's parked in place on its rubber mounts. I did a few things this week to it. Put the chain guard on. Took me a while to find it. I actually had it misplaced over in the old Sabre parts. 3 bolts hold that on, 2 on the outboard side, 1 on the inboard side. And the center stand now clears the chain the way it's supposed to, because I put all the rest of the mount kit parts in. There's 2 spacers that were supposed to be in here on this bracket, and then what they do is they move that rubber bumper over a little bit, and then the center stand can hit against that rubber bumper. So that's good. What else? I put the side covers on. Plastic side covers just makes the bike look a little more finished out. Got to paint those at some point and put the, let's see, I got the 754 logos that'll go on there. Those are going to look nice on there. The wire harness for the headlight came from eBay. Got that so I can get the headlight mounted up. And I bought some double filament turn signals on eBay. Got those pretty cheap. Actually, I picked them up for less than 30 bucks for the pair of them. Pretty cool. So now they stay on with the headlight, and then they also blink. So that's good. A little more light going down the road so people can see me. Had to re-drill the holes in the handlebars where the controls go. I went off my old Honda Sabre handlebars for the location of that hole, because there's a peg in these that locates them. It keeps them from rotating, and it was off by about a ½ inch. I had 5.5 inches of clearance between the end of the bar and here, and grips are 5 inches, so took care of that, and the grips should be here next week. I ordered some Ori grips, black ones. I think that about covers it. That's pretty much everything that I did in this last week that really wasn't on video. It's just some basic stuff. I'm still going to get the kickstand on there. Oh, and somebody pointed out to me that felt washer that goes in behind here, totally forgot to put some oil on there. That's supposed to have a little oil on it, and it keeps this bearing in here lubricated. So I will pull that back off at some point soon. Put a little oil in there. We'll be good to go. So I think it's time for a little test drive. Let's take this thing out around the cul-de-sac, and should be good to go. I want to make sure that the transmission's okay. It runs through all 5 gears, and it may run a little bit strange because it's not quite synchronized, but it should be good enough. Let's go for a ride. Wow, that was cool. It was a lot of fun to get on this thing. It feels great to be back on a CB750. I used to have one back in like 81, 82, I think it was. I was 21 years old back then. It was a 76 CB750F, first big bike I ever had. Prior to that, I had, I think I had a Honda Hawk. I had a, what did I have? I had a 400 or a 360, something like that, Honda. And then I had RD350s, had a R5 Yamaha, and then going way back into my teen years, an 80cc Yamaha. That's kind of what I started out on. But anyway, gonna be fun to have this thing on the road. There's not too much left to do. As soon as the vacuum gauges come in, I'll build the manometer. That'll be next week's video. We'll get the carburetors synchronized, and then it's just a bunch of nuts and bolts. Put the fenders on, get some cables routed properly, speedometer cable. Got to get some gauge faces for my instruments, and you know, other little things here and there like nuts and bolts that hold stuff together. So once that's done, then I'll get it inspected and get some plates on it, and we can get driving it, and I'll have it done in time for some shows coming up this spring. Super. So thanks for watching, thanks for all the donations, and a shout out to Joshua. Joshua gave me $100 this week. That was pretty cool. Once in a while I'll get a big fat donation like that from people, because they say, hey man, I would have spent that much on books and manuals and DVDs trying to figure out how this goes together. So really made it worthwhile for them. Thank you very much, Joshua, and thanks for everyone else. Every size donation counts, and it is most appreciated. So that's about it. Till next time.